our community, share the latest updates, and make sure that you are up to date so you can move into the new week with power, certainty, with high energy, and with that to be able to build your business in the greatest way. We've had a week where there's been a lot of growth. We have seen a lot of new things happening in the past few months, and it's important to understand what is happening, why it's happening, what is the way forward, and what is revolutionary behind what is happening. Now, when we're looking at this industry, first of all, what we are witnessing right now is a shift in the company, which we have never witnessed in another company before in this industry, where the whole company is moving from promoting a token in terms of production and creation of the supply to actually closing that chapter and moving fully into the demand creation of that token. That is something that has never happened in this industry before on this scale, what is happening right now. And with the combination of the cashback program and with the new products that everyone understands, everyone needs, everyone wants, and everyone is going to be interested in without a lot of explanation, that is in itself a revolutionary situation in the network marketing industry. We're going to talk about why that is in detail, but also how is our shift focusing right now? Because when we previously had products that was very complicated, that required a lot of explanation, you know, for us to share about the farms and the production of tokens, we need to take people through a story of why cryptocurrency, how cryptocurrency works, what is the history of cryptocurrency, why is this a cryptocurrency interesting, how does farming works, downloading applications previously. There was a lot of steps, and for each new customer, there was an hour of explanation, and to bring them into a world they've never been a part of. We had to change their habits, which is a long path to get someone into something. Now, with the new products, we are no longer needing to do that. With the new products, we are no longer needing or having the need of explaining, which means that our job as networkers, as entrepreneurs, can be fully on the income producing activities. And when you combine this simple product with the sales funnel system that is being launched, that in combination is taking away all our efforts needed to explain, onboard new individuals, and we can put 99% of our time on recruitment, growing community, building your team. And from that point, the whole scenario in the business is changing. We can reach much bigger masses and we can grow organizations much faster. So a lot of people are asking, you know, with this new system, how do we explain to new people with the cashback? And I think we are still stuck in that old mindset that we need a big webinar to explain the cashback system. There's no need for a big presentation for the cashback system. There's no need for a big 1 hour explanation. When you go to new people in the streets, you simply tell someone that, hey, I found a way to save 20% on everything you're buying. Well, if you would like to know how, let me know and I'll guide you through it. And that's it. And then what do? We show them how it works. It is no longer a convincing or education. It is just, look, a company's been around for 7 years. They're now growing the masses, and they have created a cashback system that allows you to save 20% on everything you buy. And a great bonus, you get 100% cashback in their token. And with this, the pitch is so easy, straight to the point. We need to get away from this. We need to do a big presentation. And instead, we move away from that when we work with the customers and start working on the networkers, focusing on more so how you turn this into a business. How is it that you can get paid on everything people buy? How is it that you can run a network marketing business and not only get paid when you are pushing a specific product, but you're pushing a product that can be used to buy any product? You are now entering that in between. And that is powerful because in most network marketing companies, let's say product-based, you have one product and you got to convince people why they should switch from their skin cream and use your skin cream. Most times it is much more expensive, and you have to convince them why they need to switch their habits. With this product, we don't need to switch any habits in terms of what products they buy, because they will buy any product they like anyway. But how they buy them is where we come in. And that is where everything is changing, where we now can get paid whatever people are buying, whether they're buying a property. Yes, there's some people in the team right now on track of selling properties using the cashback program as an in-between, buying cars. There's people targeting companies which are having millions and millions and millions in turnover, and they are moving, put money into the cashback system to be able to pay for their predicted costs over time and save the 20%. Now, there's a lot of ways to be creative, not only going for the big ticket items, which pays incredible commissions, but also on the everyday people who is just looking to make a saving. Now, when that is understood, that the pitch is so simple, and when we understand the tools we have available, we just gotta get interest and explain how it works. And we have a lot of resources for that explanation. We have a lot of videos on the YouTube channel, and I'm gonna summarize these videos into a message step by step. So whenever someone says, how do I get started? Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps for them to get started. We have an introductory video here for the Ultima cashback system as a whole. We have a complete overview on the Ultima cashback video available for us. You can see here. We also have a video on how to buy and activate the license, which is the next steps, how that works, 1-minute video. And then we have how to buy shopping vouchers, and which includes the shopping points, exactly how it works. And then we also have how you can use your shopping points on Ultima store, exactly how you can redeem vouchers, and then also different videos, for example, for coinsbit, how do you activate your voucher and get your USDT? The whole process is already here, available in 1-minute videos, and this is a very easy way to be able to really push the growth of the community and be able to onboard people in an easier way. So we got to raise our leadership, we got to raise our way of looking at this business, and we got to understand that the product we have is so extremely simple. Everyone needs it, everyone wants it, and we do not need big presentation for a cashback system for customers. We need presentations and trainings on how to grow as a leader, how to grow as a business person, and how to build a business with this. That is where the effort has to come. So we're going to share this in our Telegram group, a step-by-step process with the videos on how to do this. Study it, save it, and keep this as a resource for you to be able to easier onboard new customer on scale, because now it's becoming a numbers game. On previous products, when we speak to someone, yeah, we could spend 4 hours because they could come in on 10,000 package, etc. Here, the package is going to come in as a smaller rate, we believe, but it's going to be more people. So you can have to spend less time per person. This is something that, when understood, allows you to go after the masses. Simplify everything, very straight to the point, easy pitch, and the time should go to teaching people how to build a business out of this. And it's quite natural when they have got the product themselves to then say, how many do you know? They want to say 20% on all their purchases. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Yeah, you know already how you're doing it. So just go and talk to them and you can build a business. You need a secondary income. The world is crashing. There's a financial crash ahead of us. You got to build on the second income, and you even earning cryptocurrency, and the crypto bull market is coming. All these things are, of course, leading to a person understanding that, okay, this is a good business to push at this time to be able to create a secondary income with a product that everyone needs, everyone wants, and everyone will understand in a very short presentation. So I will share this inside our Telegram group. And also what I will share actually right now, I already pre-typed it. I have recorded a 10-minute pitch video for networkers to understand why this business with this product is extremely interesting. And I'm posting it right now. This video is only 10 minutes long, and it's going to be a great tool for you to be able to onboard new networkers, onboard new individuals to build a business. And this video in itself is straight to the point on why this is something for networkers to pay attention to, or people who is looking to build a business. So this one has been shared in the group, and we can send also, of course, the invitation to the group for you who's asking. 1 second. There we go. We also copy this, put it in the chat, and there we go. Boom. There you got the invitation. So we are creating a lot of resources, guys, to make sure that everyone can focus on the money income activities, the income or money bringing activities, these activities that is going to bring us income, build teams, and the rest has to be automated. And we're going to do more trainings when the PLC web system is completely up and running. It's been running, there's been some updates happening. And whenever everything is fully ready, we'll do more trainings on how to use that. And I believe with that, in combination to a simple product like this, we have a way to grow fast, and we can grow the amount of people in our organization very fast. Why do we want to do that? 2 reasons. One is because we're earning on the time right now when we sell this product. Secondly, when there's new products launching in the future, copy trading, travel, and other things, you now have a chance to build a massive organization with a lot of people. And whenever those new products kicks in, then you're going to already have the people in place. So that is important to understand, that with the current product, we go mass. And then we get more specific products later, which requires more explanation, like copy trading, but they already build trust. They already tested the system. They're already a part of the system. And for them to now onboard to other products in the future is going to be an easy path. So this is an incredible way to generate momentum, build masses, build the amount of people in your organization, and use the simple product to get to that point where we can increase the momentum in your team. And from that point, have, of course, an incredible year ahead of us. So with that said, there's, of course, in the system, people are messaging and asking, yes, there is some updates in the system. The corporate team and the technical team is running tests and making sure everything is working. They're upgrading a lot of parts. Ultima members being upgraded to include both the cards. There's also going to be upgrades or happening upgrades now with the purchases of products, etc. I believe that it's okay that there's taking time to make sure the system is bulletproof. Meanwhile, we are doing what we do good as leaders. Meanwhile, we are growing as leaders to increase the leadership in our organization. And meanwhile, we are focusing on pre-launching, bringing people on board, and making new leaders understand the power behind what is happening here. So over the past 7 years, all the ups and downs led to this moment. And Alex always said that all the experience for 7 years have put us into this specific moment where everything now has come together. The dream of an ecosystem is now actually coming to reality. And this is the first time in history in this industry, this is actually happening. With that, of course, we are now going to go into the second part, which is naturally following what I'm saying. When we understand that our job now can be more so on building teams, building leaders, and increasing the leadership of our teams with the product that's so simple, we need to grow as leaders. For you to be able to build big organizations, to handle a big amounts of people, to build momentum and generate momentum, we are always talking about how in the end, your leadership abilities is going to be the key to success. And especially when you're coming into a product which is mass. And this is going to now be very important. And I want to bring on Danish to talk more about this, about raising leadership and talking about the most important skill to build a business in this industry. And the reason some people make millions and some people can be in this industry for many years without creating any form of success. There is certain attributes, certain skills, and certain form of awareness that makes that difference. So you want to talk about that now, and I'm going to bring on my business partner Danish, who couldn't be any better. It couldn't be anyone better than him to talk about this. We're leading teams in every continent, all over the world. You know, for you to be a big leader, build locally is one thing, but to be able to understand cultures in many different places and build momentum in many different cultures and circumstances, that is something that is very challenging, but this is something Danish has mastered. And I want to bring him on to talk more about leadership so we can all come in with the right power into this new phase of this company.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Emil, for a great insight and summary to everything that's going on. Guys, welcome onto the call. Welcome. And I salute you guys, because on a Saturday, it isn't really easy to separate time away from family, from your little agendas that are going on over the weekend, to come onto a call like this. And I'm also double saluting you guys, because in essence, now is the time to really, really upskill. Okay, now is the time to really dig deep. Now is the time to really focus on that one word that Emil has probably said. I would say, I was counting probably around 12 times now. And I hope you guys have got your piece of papers and pens, and you're not scrolling, and you're focusing, okay? Because this is going to be a very intense 10 minutes crash course on what all of us need to be doing right now. Let's be honest, you've arrived on this call because the whole week, in essence, there hasn't been many calls, or there hasn't been any calls, all right? And you're trying to draw from the energy that we're giving to you, correct? Well, guess what, guys? You've come to the right place, okay? Because this is the place where we need to be feeding off positivity, bringing our like minds together, reminding ourselves of what our responsibilities are and what we need to focus on right now going forward for the next week. So again, one word that sticks out right now that is so apparent, so pertinent for us to focus on, and that is leadership. Every single person that you have signed up, that you may or may not have forgotten about, that meet with you on a weekly basis or a daily basis or a monthly basis, or never met you after you sign them up, every single person in your organization and those that didn't sign up is watching you right now. Every single person. And they're watching exactly what you do. They're watching the steps that you take. They're seeing how many calls you're conducting. They're seeing how many meetings you're conducting. They're listening to your voice. They're trying to identify the negatives in there. Do not give those people a chance to even think that you are at that stage where you're like, oh, okay, this thing is weighing me down. Don't be at that stage, guys, because at the end of the day, you are that leader that needs to show them and literally expose all of your actions, so that they themselves look into this and say, okay, this is a leader. This is someone that's leading from the front. They're not leading with the past, situations, circumstances that they went through. They're leading in the future, okay? And they're focused on one goal until they're successful. So it's an absolute critical stage right now to elevate your skills. And by that, what I mean is we need to go straight into the 5 levels of leadership. We need to remind ourselves on calls like this, on our mastermind calls, but what leadership is about, particularly in the space of network marketing and relationship marketing. So again, I'm reminding every single one of us, fantastic attendance today, 345 people. This is brilliant. Every single one of you guys have access to a piece of paper and a pen. That's all I'm asking for you right now, okay? Because we want to basically explain how we've been leading over the past many, many years. Here we go, 5 levels of leadership, okay, guys? The first level of leadership is what? The first moment that you step into a company, what's the first thing that you get given? You get given that link by the person that's brought you into the business. You sign up to the business. But more important than your position, okay, is having rights. People at this stage follow you because at the end of the day, they don't have a choice but to follow you, because you're the first individual that has sent them the link. Now, in a lot of circumstances, a lot of you have already got existing relationships, and that's fantastic. But in most cases, when you are prospecting like crazy, you've got a funnel system, you are going for it on Facebook, you're going for it on Instagram, you're doing it on Twitter, whatever it is that you do, whatever your style is. The reality is the first level of leadership is you attain a position within a company and you make your stance to say, hey, this is me, I am promoting this company, and now the situation is such that people will follow you because in essence, you got there before them. That's the first level of leadership. Okay, great. Right now, we don't need to focus on that too much. Okay, let's get a little bit deeper. Let's go to number 2, level 2. Level 2 is permission. Permission is where things start to really get deep. This is, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of leadership. And please write this word down in bold letters, in capital letters. Relationships. Okay, building relationships. At this point, people will follow you because they want to. They like you as a leader. You have enough skills to lead them towards their goals, their visions, their why, whatever is on their vision board. At this stage, even if the company goes through tough times, through good times, through tough times, through good times, it doesn't matter. They've got a relationship with you. They've got a connection with you. They're connected to you. They know what you're thinking. You know what they're thinking. At this stage, this is the level 2 of leadership called permission. So in essence, there's a level of submission that the people that have come after you or you've brought into the business, they are submitting to that leadership because they have a good relationship with you. I really hope that all 340, 50 of us on this call are continuously building those relationships and continuously reaching out to our people that we brought into this business and saying, hey, how's it going? You need anything? I'm here for you. Do you want a presentation? Do you want to meet up? Should we go for a coffee? Even if it means we don't talk about the business, we just talk positive. We just talk about our relationship. We talk about why we're so grateful of having each other. These are things that develop your leadership. And when you develop that leadership, this angle of relationships, I promise you people will stay committed to you for the rest of your lives. No matter where you go, they're coming with you. Let's move on to the third level of leadership, which is production. Now, let's be honest, the relationship is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I've made you write that in capital letters on that piece of paper you have there. But it can only make sense in the business fraternity if there are results. And at this point, people will follow you because of what you have done for the organization and themselves. What do I mean by that? Ask yourself the question, have you been a big enough service to the entirety of who you have invited to this business so far and those that have joined? Have you been a big enough service to these people? And look, guys, if some of you are sitting over there and saying, yeah, Danish, absolutely, Danish, guys, be careful, okay? Because we can always do better. We can always do better, all right? Remember what I said last week, all right? I mentioned review, refine, celebrate, RRC, okay? At this point in time, I'm trying to get every single one of us here to focus on reviewing your work as a leader. Review what you have done for your organization. Have you made them produce enough results for themselves? Have you made them and pushed them enough so that they themselves thought that, you know what, I'm a 250,000 euro kind of guy every month. No, hang on, Jack, you're not. I actually believe you can double that turnover. Are you that leader that tells Jack that? Are you? That's the question I want to ask you guys today. So for those of you who are saying, you know what, I've given enough value to my team already, I don't know why they're not producing. Guys, no one's going to come pay your bills. You have to review, refine, and celebrate. If there is a stoppage, a blockage, or a complete halt in your organization right now, start digging deep and send out your tentacles and start figuring out what the problem is. And by figuring out the problem, you know how you do this, guys? Just simply build a relationship, get deep, get to the core of what the person's problem is and communicate with them. Ask them what their problem is. I promise you guys, it sounds simple, but it's magic. It works wonders. So the third level of leadership is production, where because of what you have done for the organization, you are now seeing results. Aha, this is the turning point now. This is where everyone starts looking at you and saying, wow, this dude is a good leader. This girl is a fantastic leader. I need to stick by them. Let's move on to number 4. Now you get to a point where people are literally attending every single webinar, every single seminar, every single live presentation, every single event. Why? Because they know they are getting value from you. And at this point, you can then focus on people development. That's the 4th level of leadership. Here, you are taking a student, you are duplicating that student by what? What are you doing? You're actually completely doing a copy and paste. That's the best way I can put it in today's terminology. Do not be afraid to get rid of the skills that you have. When I say get rid, I mean pass them on. Too many of us leaders are like, no, I can't tell them that. That's a secret. What are you doing? You're stopping your business from growing, ladies and gentlemen. Give them all you have. Copy and paste as quick as you can. Duplicate as quick as you can. Why? Key word when it comes to people development, reproduction. At this point, people will follow you because of what you have done for them. You are giving them a priceless gift of personally developing their skills to the extent where they don't need you anymore. They take their own initiative. They are confident. Why are they confident? Because you've held their hand and seen them make mistakes. And you were there ever since the time that they made the 10th, 15th, 20th mistake. You were there. You were 100% there for them all the way. And now they still look up to you. They know you're the person for people development. They know you have produced the reproduction, and they are a product of everything that you're preaching. How incredible is that? So they're off because you've set them with the right levels of confidence. And next thing you know, you are practicing the art of leadership, which leads me into the final level of leadership, which is the pinnacle level of leadership. This, guys, is the top of the top of the top, the summit, as they call it. And at this point, you get given the respect. And now, when I say respect, I'm not talking about sort of walking around the streets, you know, flicking up your shirt and pulling up your collars and saying, ah, you need to respect me. No. Respect is earned, guys. It's earned. It is earned, and it is earned via merit over a period of time that you have seen absolutely the biggest potential in someone or in a group of people or in a movement of people within your team, and you have shown them all the appreciation that you possibly could have shown them. And next thing you know, you've produced a leader who stays and stands very firm through trying times, okay? Through trying times. That person stands straight like a rock, all right? And at this point, people are following you because of who you are and what you represent. I'm going to say that again. It's so important for you guys to understand this. People will follow you at this point because of who you are and what you represent. What do you represent? You represent failures, but then standing up no matter how many times you fail. You represent challenges, but no matter how many challenges come your way, you still stand up and you still want to strive for that success. You represent a situation where you've given someone so many chances, they get tired of you giving them that chances. But next thing you know, they stand up, they take their own initiative, and next thing you know, they're walking away because you have literally copy and pasted your skills into them. This is the point where we need to start really focusing on this week. So my request to every single one of you leaders out there is focus on your leadership skills and focus on the 5 levels of leadership that you need to go through with your teams at this stage. At this stage, that's what we're doing. So as always, when I sort of finish off, I want to end off with a quote, and I hope you guys have got your piece of paper and pens ready, because this is something that I would love for you guys to mull over, to think about, all right, prior to the weekend. I mean, I know we're in the weekend, but just think about it. Tomorrow's Sunday, you know, the couch is inviting you, that remote is inviting you, Netflix is calling, guys. Okay, Netflix is calling, but remember, that's a very comfortable place to be where you're not going to achieve nothing. Nothing at all, guys. It's the uncomfortable place you want to be in. And even if that means standing up, then go and stand up, guys, and start walking or running. All right, so here goes, guys. Your job as a leader is not to be easy on your people. I'll say it again. Your job as a leader is not to be easy on people. Don't go easy on them. Do not be that person, okay, that literally creates a cushion and a couch every single time they want to come and get some comfort. I understand that's a good thing, but hey, draw the line. Draw the line. So your job as a leader is not to be easy on people. Your job as a leader, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, is to make them better. So I'll repeat the entire quote without explaining it, and then I'll explain it a little bit after that, okay? Your job as a leader is not to be easy on people. Instead, your job is to make them better. When you as a leader are making your people better, that does mean having uncomfortable conversations with them. That does mean putting them through a few uncomfortable scenarios. That does mean giving them a bit of tough love. That does mean pushing them away to see if they have the hunger to come back to you and say, you know, yesterday I really wanted to shout at you, but I understood what you meant. And I came back today and I'm humble. I'm grateful. Please give me more. These are the kinds of people that this environment, this company, this network is looking for. Those are the kind of people that are going to smash through boundaries, that are going to completely destroy anything that's in front of them and move ahead. So guys, last point to end off, focus on your leadership. Focus on the different levels of leadership. Really dig deeper into your organizations. Find those people that are not being given the right advice. Find those people that are not being given the right levels of attention. Pull them out of that situation of negativity. Sit them down and say, hey, I'm here for you. How can I be of a better service to you? And that's the question of the week. How can I be of better service to you? Just think about that this weekend. I can assure you, if you do this between this Saturday and next week Saturday, when we see your lovely faces again, trust me when I say this, there'll be a bit of a change in your organization. Trust me when I say that. So with that being said, I'm going to hand over to an absolute superstar that has practiced pretty much everything that I have just explained, which is why he sits here and I'm so grateful to be a partner of his. Navid has literally walked the walk, talked the talk. He's done everything. Literally, he's gone through it all. And he's here now to just add a little bit of a cherry on top to what I was saying. So Navid, the floor is yours, brother. Take it.
Thanks a lot, Danish. Thanks a lot, Emil. Actually, I will actually come on to the point where you actually just talked about don't be easy on people. It brings me back to my first years in network marketing, where I worked with Amway. I think many people already know that for my first 5 years. You know, the leadership there was very much tiptoeing around the actual subject. And I remember this as it was yesterday. You know, they kind of talked indirectly, talked with, I mean, if you had a person that actually needed this advice, they didn't talk to this person directly. They talked to someone else over here about the topic, but actually didn't like direct it to anyone. And they thought that people will understand and develop eventually when they're ready for it. For me, excuse my language, I think that's complete bullshit. It's disrespectful. It's not how you should lead. You should definitely be very direct. You should be polite enough to actually dare to tell the truth of what needs to be developed, what maybe needs to be, you know, strengthened in terms of maybe weaknesses, or maybe you are good at something. Tell them that you are good at these things. And I think that's a very interesting topic, actually, Danish, that you're coming into. But also, I think as leaders, guys, we should have very big ears. We should ask a lot of questions to our teams. We should be good listeners, and we should find out maybe the imminent need right now and help with the solution. Help them, guide them, show them, you know, with their uncertainty, and be that leader that really cares about this individual, that really want to guide them forward, and, you know, be the solution. Of course, in a marriage, if you are a man, this is maybe not the right advice I can give. I think many women probably will probably laugh now, maybe many men as well. But in a marriage, if your wife tells you that there have been issues today, as a man, don't come with a solution. So there are different scenarios here, guys. You should just be accepting, and I understand how you feel. But this is also, there is an in-between here. So it's not, of course, black and white, but I think this is very funny because many men that is very business orientated basically treat their marriage in the same way as in their business as well. And that is not maybe the best ingredients for a successful marriage. I speak from personal experience in this, but luckily I learned over the years. So guys, I think this is very important. Be a good listener, listen to people, find out the need, and also be that solution that is actually wanted in your business, and show people that you truly care. And also with all the tools that Emil just told you guys about that we have in this business, with the simplicity of the pitch regarding this business today, with all these tools and the simplicity to really move forward, with the list that we're about to post in the group later on, and the list with the videos explaining step by step, I think the business is also in one way becoming easier and easier as well. And if I would go out there today and promote and recruit leadership into this business, I would definitely go for the product-based networkers. I would find the networkers out there that works with products today, that is used to work with the slow and steady business. And if you bring them in here, the step is not too far away from what they're doing already, because this is product-based. This is consumption-based business now. And you can actually get them in here, but at the same time, they will make more money than they did in the product-based company, because the compensation plan and the margins are much better here. So I think that's a very good way of start developing your organization with great leadership, with great people from the network marketing industry, because these people that come from the product-based companies, they have patience, they have teaching skills, they have long-term thinking, and also a sense of calm when they go into a business that builds confidence with the people they meet. So I think this is few of the things I just had in mind here. We wanted to keep this meeting very short today, short and efficient, to also show you guys that it doesn't have to take long time. It doesn't have to take, be a long out driven process. But remember this, guys, as a leader, we should have big ears and we should listen more than we talk sometimes. And also remember to listen in to people's maybe struggles, people's also, successful tweets that they're using, to be able to give and take in the business, to help and support people in different ways. So with those words, I'm leaving over to Emil again. And thanks for today, guys.
Thank you so much, Danish and Navid, for that guidance in this time. So as a summary, guys, a lot of updates is happening in the system. A lot of excitement is going to be generated when everyone sees how they get their first cashbacks. They start seeing how, of course, this is going to generate more demand for the token. And step by step, is going to click in people's minds. In all transitions, people need to absorb, and they need to see and need to try until it moves, until they see. And this is what's happening right now. So make sure that you take note of what was shared here today. Make sure we use this time to get the right people on board, focus on the right people in the team, understand how this company is now moving into a new revolutionary phase of demand for the cryptocurrency. No one else has done this. Understand this is a natural progression of what everyone wanted to do, but this company is actually doing it. And for us to be able to now build a massive organization, knowing that the coming years, there's going to be more and more products launching. And this is how we build momentum using this product right now, where we can reach the masses. And I believe this roadmap ahead of us is really exciting. And I believe with the system we have right now, with the debit card and cashback, we have something simple. And with the videos and all the different steps of onboarding, our minds does not have to explain the product, but more so how to duplicate our business. And that's where the fun part comes in. We've all wanted a simple product. It's here right now. Let's simplify, let's move with speed, and remember, it is always a numbers game. This week, I'm going to Sweden. We are hosting events. We got hundreds of people gathering in Sweden, different cities. We had to, find ways to get extra chairs in. There was a huge demand. We got rid the tickets was booked within hours, and people are still today trying to get in somehow. A Swedish team is growing. We're gonna do events there, and I would suggest that you start strategizing for your markets. How is that you can grow now? How is that you can move into the market? And this is what leaders do. They see what's on the table, they move with certainty, they make a strategy, and they take action. They understand it's a numbers game, and with this, we can build a massive business this year, knowing as well that we're earning in cryptocurrency. The bull market is ahead of us. We do not have time to wait. This is going to be an explosive growth in the crypto world as a whole, which will carry all crypto projects to the top in the coming years. We want to make as much money now, everyone here on the call, as you possibly can. So you are sitting on a nice portfolio when the crypto bull market takes off, and we can ride the wave. And we're going to have more calls about that as well going forward. We're already talking a lot about that in our inner circle leadership groups. And we, of course, do more public calls about this as well. But you got to understand it's a progressive plan that is in play right now to really free everyone and free ourselves and everyone around us in the years to come, leveraging off the growth and the changes in the world. With that said, guys, I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to quickly check the chat for any questions, but I believe that most of the questions is usually covered already inside of previous calls or in the voice notes. So make sure you are in the group on Telegram. You're listening to Alex's voice notes every single day, and you will be updated. That is the key, and that's what we always want to push for. We don't want to give answers sometimes, because us giving answers makes people lazy. They come to us, they come to a group instead of actually absorbing the information from its source, being Alex. So let's go into the Q&A and see if there's any new questions that is actually relevant for this call.